What if crypto changed your life and it was for the better? You've made a ton of money and you're living your best life. There's a lot of people that will believe that's going to be the case. There's going to be things that you need to think about. And instead of really looking at things through the lens of what you should be doing post-price appreciation, when you've made millions of dollars in crypto, we're going to look at the 15 things that you should skip out on or miss in today's video. If you're watching this video, there's a good chance crypto has changed your life, or it's about to. And here's the truth most people won't tell you. Making money is easy compared to keeping it. I've watched people hit it big in crypto and lose everything in just a few years, not because they're dumb, but because they made a couple very predictable mistakes. The number one thing that you should not do is post it all over social media. Don't go out there and let everybody know that you've hit it big. The fastest way to lose peace and privacy and leverage is to tell everybody that you got rich. Don't tell anyone. You're going to call 3 people. You're going to call your attorney, you're going to call your CPA or your wealth manager, and you're going to call your spouse. And those are the 3 people that need to know. Outside of that, you need to stay silent. Rich is loud and flamboyant. People that are looking to preserve the wealth over the long term, they keep it quiet. The moment you broadcast it, you invite scammers and lawsuits and family drama and bad actors. You need to move quietly. And look, I'm not saying don't go out and spend some money. Obviously there will be signs, but the less obvious it is, the better, and the more low-key you can play it, the better you're going to be at avoiding some of the pitfalls that we're going to continue to talk about in this video. Number 2, don't postpone the taxes and paperwork. This one destroys more crypto millionaires than even the bear markets do. Taxes don't disappear just because it's a digital asset. Paperwork that isn't handled doesn't handle itself. You need to be compliant early. You need to track everything. You need to know your cost basis. You need to know what exchanges you bought it on. You need to build structure before the IRS builds a case against you. So please make sure if you are to take large profits, you've budgeted, you understand what the tax implications for that are going to be, you have your basis, you know what the capital gains are, and you know what size check you need to be stroking to the IRS on the other side of that when you pay your taxes in the following tax year. And a lot of people, lottery winners included, they make a bunch of money in a very short period of time. They don't know that it's going to be 30, 40, 50% taxes, depending on if it's short-term income or long-term capital gains. Just be careful out there, understand which it is for you, and make the best decisions early when it comes to taxes. Number 3, and this is the one I think most people have daydreams about, basically telling your boss to go F off, right? If you don't like your job, if you don't get fulfillment from your work, I can understand why people would immediately want to quit their job. Freedom isn't quitting your job. Freedom is optionality. And you need to make sure that the income off of the crypto or the money that you've made is enough to stabilize your lifestyle and continue to build wealth over the long term instead of making an emotional decision to just immediately quit your job. It might suck that you have to stick it out for a month, 2 months, 6 months, whatever it is, in order to make sure that everything is kosher and stabilized so that you can step away. But you have that optionality at any time. You don't have to be there anymore. And you might find that you actually enjoy some of the work that you do because it's no longer the stress of having daily bills and be living paycheck to paycheck. I think some of that would go a long way for people to stick it out just a little bit longer if you do hit it big in crypto or when you hit it big in crypto. Rash exits also create future failures most of the time. You also don't want to burn bridges, right? When you do quit, probably give a 2 weeks notice, allow them some time to replace you. You never know as things progress if you might want to do business with them later on. Number 4, don't give your spouse a reason for divorce. Money doesn't ruin marriages. Misalignment does. And sudden wealth amplifies everything. So if you already have an ego, if you have insecurity, if you have different visions for your life, you're probably gonna have to work through those things. And if you don't build unity and communication, the wealth that you've earned together will eventually get split 50-50. Now, I know that's not a fun topic. People talk about wife changing money. It's not really a game that I think most people should play. If you have a loving partner that has, put up with the sacrifices that you've made, even though they may have done that begrudgingly, and it may have caused frictions and tensions at times, I would highly recommend just getting aligned on the other side of price appreciation in crypto, having a sit down and understanding what their wants and needs are and making sure that you both are happy and you can use the wealth in ways to benefit both of your long-term visions. Number 5, don't upgrade anything before you upgrade your mind. This is a big one. If your mindset is still middle class, your spending will be too. And before upgrading your cars and your homes and the watches and your lifestyle, you need to upgrade your financial education and your advisors and likely your discipline. Wealth without wisdom just evaporates. You want to make sure that you have things structured the right way. You understand how to invest your capital in order to generate additional returns to supplement your lifestyle and replace your income before upgrading anything. Problem that many people have that make millions of dollars each year is lifestyle creep. They will, continue to just add more and more. They always spend as much as they make. Most millionaires or people that have sustainable wealth over the long term live on half or less than what they make for passive income. So if your bills all in every single year are $1 million, you need to be bringing home $2 million after taxes. And then, you can live that type of lifestyle. Until then, you probably want to be around the $500,000 mark if you're bringing home $1 million after taxes. I know that's a hard reality for a lot of people, especially if you do hit it big and you want to upgrade things, especially if you've sacrificed for an extended period of time in order to be able to get to that point. You probably have scraped and scrimped by and ate less and ate ramen and beans and put every dollar you could toward the crypto in order to get the opportunity. And on the other side of it, you want to enjoy life. You want to go enjoy some travel and fancy dinners and have nice things. And I get that, but you would do well to make sure that your cash flow off of the crypto and your investments far beyond or exceed the amount needed in order to keep up with that type of lifestyle. And I wouldn't increase your lifestyle until you have structured that and make sure with your financial advisors or whoever else you're working with that it's not going to be an issue over the long term.